Hello and welcome to Power Coach TV Wednesday Wisdom. I'm Power Coach Alishia and thank you so much for joining me today. Today's episode topic is brought to you by one of our Power Coach TV watchers. And I knew, this is another one that I just knew you would love and that would really resonate with you. Our follower asked, how do you stay motivated even when you're feeling down? And this is a powerful question because a lot of times people want to push through that down feeling and remotivate themselves. And I thought it was an interesting question at the same time. So let's go over the question one more time to make sure that you heard it. How do you stay motivated when you're feeling down? I'd love to hear from you guys and what you have to say about that. So we'll get to that later, and I hope you guys leave a comment and let me know how you stay motivated when you're feeling down. I would like to talk about what that means to me though, because truthfully, when you're feeling down, why do you have to be motivated? It's like one of my first response questions, something for you to think about is, why do you have to be motivated when you're feeling down? I actually don't want you to be motivated when you're feeling down, because actually the two of them don't go hand in hand. When you're feeling down, the first thing that you really want to do is recognize why you feel that way. Okay, why do you feel down? What has gotten you to this place? You got to ask yourself some questions to assess the situation first, right? And then after you've assessed why you're feeling down, what has you into that place, you can go ahead and think about what are some ways that you can work through this. What are some solutions to that situation? So step one, figure out why you're down. What has you in this situation? Is it real or is it something that you're making up in your head? That's really also something that will be very powerful when you're making that decision, when you're assessing the situation. So what has you down? Is it real or is it something that you're making up in your head? Let's go to a solution. Number two, what is it that you can do to work through this thing that has you down? What are some solutions to this problem, if you will? All right? And number three, you also want to check with yourself and find out, do you need this downtime? Is this feeling that you have going on right now telling you that you're going too much? You're going 1,000,000 miles an hour and you need to step back and reset. Because it could just be that you're pushing yourself way too hard and you need to take a break. Now, I don't mean a long break, 3 or 4 hours. Go to the spa, take some time out for yourself. Go hang out on the beach, go read a book at the park, whatever. Take some time out for yourself to reset. I'm not talking about taking a long time off, but maybe your mind and your body, your thoughts, everything you're feeling inside is your body telling you that it just needs a break, it needs to rest, or back to those pajamas for a day, right? I've been talking about just hanging out in your pajamas for a day. Maybe that's what you need. There's another part of that though. So that's the first part. Assess, is it real or is it something that you're making up in your head? What's a solution? How can you fix this? And lastly, is it just that you need a break? Do you need to take some time out to reset and rejuvenate, as I like to say? All right. The second half of that is the question is, how do you keep yourself motivated when you're feeling down? You can't. Okay. So the second part of that is there's no way to really keep yourself motivated when you're feeling down. So I would like to rephrase that and say, how do you pull yourself out of those down days, what I like to call the funky funks? Now I have a whole video on the funky funk, but I am going to continue to go on through this. So if you haven't watched the funky funk video, make sure you go watch it because it will give you some more insight as well. So here's what I highly recommend when you feel down and you really are struggling getting yourself to come out of it. I don't want you to stay motivated through it. I want you to pull yourself out of it, okay? So the first half of this was what you can do and some suggestions I have for you. And then the second half of it is how you're going to pull yourself out of it. First thing, write a list of at least 20 things you're grateful for. I'd like to see you do 50. So when you're feeling crappy, things aren't going good, 50 things you're grateful for. Sit down and write it. I don't care if you don't have time. I don't care if you have a whole list of things you got to do. Stop, write 50 things you're grateful for. Most times when people are feeling down, it has to do with money or lack thereof. So the second thing you're going to do is you're going to go back over the last 30 complete days and you are going to write down what you are thankful for by way of money that's come into you. It's very simple. If you have a day job and you get paid from them every 2 weeks, whatever the name is that deposits into your bank account, you're going to write, thank you for the $500 from USANA. Okay? If you get paid from your business, let's say you're a home party consultant, whatever your checks say when they're deposited or when they come in the mail, thank you for the whatever dollar amount from whatever company. If you get a gift from someone that can have a value of a dollar amount to it, thank you for the sweet card from so-and-so, value $10, free, okay, whatever. So you're going to write down every single thing that or penny that you've received, and you're going to say that you're thankful for that, okay? It is so important that you are feeling gratitude for every penny that you do have coming in. It's also very important that you feel gratitude for all the good that's going on in your life right now. So often we get caught up in all the things that are going on around us that we forget to stop and feel grateful and show gratitude for what it is that we do have. And that takes you out of the place of continuing to receive and that abundance that you deserve. Again, sometimes this seems a little over your head. It seems a little crazy. And if you trust me, though, you're going to see the shift and the big difference. And my bonus and my prescription to every single person on the face of this earth is to listen to The Secret on audiobook. Read The Secret book. I'm telling you, it is phenomenal. Okay, so listen to it and read it. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. So I basically gave you 9 different ways or 7 different ways that you can pull yourself out of the funky funk, how you can switch things around. I don't want you to stay motivated through it. So you've got to assess the reason why. Is it real or are you making it up? Okay? Do you just need a down day? Write 50 things you are grateful for immediately when you start to feel that. Write that you are grateful. Everything you are grateful for. And then you also want to do the thank yous for the money from the last 30 days. That is huge. Then you're going to read The Secret and you're going to listen to The Secret on audiobook. 7 different ways you can pull yourself out of the funky funk. 7 different ways if you're feeling bummed out or you're feeling bad, how to get yourself back on top. Now the question is, will you do any of those 7? I recommend you do all of them. Okay, I think you should do every single one of them. If you're in a funk, if you're feeling bad, do all of them to pull yourself out of it. It is phenomenal what happens when you take control of your mind and your thoughts and you are purposeful in getting yourself out of the situation you're in instead of complaining and keeping yourself there. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Power Coach TV, and I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What do you do to pull yourself out of those down days when you're feeling bad? What was it from this video that helped you? I want to know. Am I helping you? Did something resonate with you? Did you have an aha moment? So please share with me in the comments beneath this video. And again, if you love me, please click the subscribe button and I will talk to you soon. Peak Power Coach Alishia